editor-in-chief of Less Magazine and its sister magazine, Doof. I'm Madeline Beckles.
I'm Leah Shuley.
And tonight's episode, we're going to talk about drama.
I mean, who doesn't love drama?
Seriously.
The three of us, I think, really love it. And that's why we're here.
Yes, yes. We're all qualified to talk about it.
Absolutely. So maybe we can start, like, what does drama mean to you? We also all have Leo sign in our charts.
Yeah, well, we're the Trinity. I'm a Leo rising, Matt is a Leo sun, and Sarah's a Leo moon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a double.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, a lot of Leo energy. And Leo is the sign of drama.
Yes, that's what they say superficially.
Yeah, yes, yeah. But, yeah.
But yeah, let's start with you, Sarah. What does drama mean to you?
So many different things. It definitely means something different now that I'm in my 30s, not to be like, but you know, like in my 20s and especially my early 20s, it felt like a sport almost, you know?
Ooh.
So that's...
Were you like involved in drama heavily as a young person?
Yeah, like in high school, were you in the drama?
I mean, not really, because I think I was a little bit more fringe in high school and not like powerful in any way, but like in my early 20s, I was definitely comfortable stepping into drama. I have never known how to mind my own business, so that was a huge sport for me in my early 20s. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what does drama mean to you, Leah?
I mean, what facets of drama are we talking about? I mean, I feel like I have a flair for the dramatic, like aesthetically, like I like things that are like exaggerated and like big and like busy in that sense.
You're a maximalist for sure.
I'm a huge maximalist and like, I don't know, I just like hate when life is boring.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, like I need shit to be like kind of bigger than myself in order to engage in something. But it's weird because like interpersonally, I fucking hate it. Like I never, like if I'm personally involved in drama, I can't stand it. But like the scandal of like those around me really gets me going, which like I don't know what that says about me.
No, well I agree.
Not like those close to me.
Yeah, I mean.
No, but like external drama that you can watch and consume kind of. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that like gossip, we were talking about this a bit earlier, like. Yeah. We were talking about how we love to gossip about other people's drama, but don't, like, because that's funny too, because once you gossip about somebody else's drama, aren't you then implicated in the drama?
I mean, it depends, but yeah, I think that's kind of true. Yeah.
But like, this is another funny thing too, is it's like, I feel like drama is a really good tool for like understanding people's values and like seeing where they lie.
Like 100%. Celebrity gossip.
Celebrity gossip, like talking about celebrity gossip or even like third-party interpersonal drama of people that you know. Like you can learn a lot about a person, about like their opinions and where they fall, where they align.
Totally. I think drama can be progressive, like productive. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it does sort of like bring to light things that were hidden or weren't said. Like there's a catharsis in drama that in that way can be really productive. It can also be the opposite, but.
I mean, I think that also touches on gossip in a way in terms of like the gendered associations of like drama and gossip is often very feminized and like it is actually a productive tool of info sharing and like gauging people's morals and values, but it's like kind of swept under the rug as this like stupid girl thing.
Yeah, which is frivolous when it's actually a survival tactic.
But it's really funny because like men are the most dramatic because they bottle so much shit in. And then when it gets out, it's literally like, oh, I'm a piece of shit.
It's like
I'm gonna fucking jump off a bridge.
So
like,
true. No, literally, they take it to 11 every time.
You know what I mean? It's like, I deserve to sleep outside. Like,
oh God, let's not even entertain that masochism.
Oh God, yeah.
Sorry.
So I feel like this leads us to a good kind of other sub-question of like, how can we use drama as like a functional tool or like a productive tool?
Right.
And I think we've kind of covered it with like the gossip, like info sharing element, but like, is there anything?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think like specifically referring to the whatever, like the 2016.
Was that only 2016?
Yeah, that was
2016.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll explain what we're talking about, but like that is a really crazy time for that to have gone down.
Yeah, no, it's very of the time. And do you want to give a brief background?
You
on
give
that,
the brief.
Okay, great, that's fine. 2016. I woke up one morning to get a bunch of texts about how The Wing had produced like bootleg patches of a bunch of shit, including like something that I had published with Lest. They never asked us anything, and it was covered in Harper's Bazaar, and that became a huge. It was very dramatic.
A drama
I shared the stories.
ages.
I shared the IG stories.
Oh,
Yeah,
same.
it was so, but it was magnificent to me in that way where like, again, to bring up like drama being productive, like I had to be loud and I had to get other people involved in that, or else my voice never would have. The Wing was blocking everybody. If it
They
had
deleted
just
comments.
been, literally, yes, they were. So if we hadn't been, almost like 1,000 people going at this,
Interesting.
screaming all day, nothing would have happened. So sometimes you need to kind of.
Well, you need to get people's
Yeah.
attention, and people
Yeah.
aren't going to pay attention to something that's boring for the most part.
Well, we could
Agreed,
even like
yeah.
maybe take it to like the BLM movement online too, right?
Yeah.
It's like if that constant noise online wasn't happening, and like
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it drama because I think that's a little insensitive and
No,
like,
yeah, and reductive. Yeah,
reductive
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But like
don't call us
there's
out.
power in numbers and like
Yes, yeah.
constant kind of like badgering.
No, yeah, like a flow that doesn't like stop, just like everyone's on the same thing and like pushing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Well, and then
on
like
some
speaking of
level.
BLM, it's like, where's Audrey Gelman now?
Oh, 100%.
She
I was
stepped
wondering
down.
that the other day.
She stepped
too.
down.
She stepped down from The Wing. I don't know what she's doing. I mean,
Well,
she's
the Wing
still
is like the
rich, but-
least COVID-friendly business possible.
Seriously, she knew she couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
TBD on what's gonna happen with that.
Did a Wing? Sorry, just side question. Did the Wing open in Toronto
No,
ever?
no.
It was
it was the
pretty
biggest
coke.
mystery of
Was
all
wondering
time.
about
We're
that,
like,
yeah, okay.
There were billboards. We're like, where's it going to be? It was announced in like 2017 that it was opening, waiting all the way up until like 2020.
Thank
and
God
we're
the
like,
market has declined for that kind of
Yeah,
bullshit.
no, totally. I think that's the
I-
only good like part of this is that
It's
yeah.
true.
Some of
It's a
this
real
doesn't-
kind
yeah.
of like trimming of the excess.
It's a big cleanup. Yeah.
I was also thinking about drama as a tool in context of like Zola. And like, I don't even know if this is good or bad, but Zola was this Twitter story by this stripper who like explained this like crazy story that happened to her in Florida.
yeah.
That has since been picked up by Janixa Bravo, and Jeremy O'Harris wrote a
It is
screenplay, and now it's a film.
It's in the can. It's like wrapped. Like
Yeah,
it's
who
coming out
directed
soon.
it? Do you know?
Janixa Bravo.
Oh, Janice. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, part of me is like, oh, that's really cool that this like story like resonated so hard because it's like really based in this like interpersonal drama and like written very like colloquially. But at the same time, even though I like really respect Janixa Bravo and Jeremy O'Harris, I'm also like, is this cool? Like, what is
Right. Yeah,
what
yeah,
is
yeah.
Zola getting out of this? Like. A
Right.
Twitter thread, like how does that function in the zeitgeist if it like can be
Well,
made into a movie deal?
I think that
like,
it speaks to storytelling, right? Because drama's also about being a good storyteller.
Yes.
Totally.
Like
yes,
it's like
yes,
you can
yes.
have like some like dumb interpersonal conflict with someone, but if you're good at selling it, then people will be like,
Absolutely.
"Holy shit! I
Totally,
can't believe that
yeah.
happened." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Who is good at drama? Like who in
Such
the
a good
celeb world? Like we're gonna talk about a lot of celebs because like I don't want to expose any of our personal friends' drama on air.
Yeah, not when we're live.
No. No.
I can't bleep.
We can't believe anything,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thanks for going there with the wing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whatever.
Or
They're
like
not gonna come at me.
whoever shall not be named.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, who do we think is really good at drama in the zeitgeist? We talked about the Kardashians being bad at it.
Yes.
I think they're horrible at it.
I agree.
Because they get ahead of the story.
They get ahead of
or-
the story. They try to control the narrative. Even when it's released, like it's like Chris is busy mates with fucking Harvey Levin. So like it's always like it's very tactful. Half the time I don't know what's real and what's fake. Like even
Yeah.
like
Yes.
even like the Tristan Jordan shit. Like that should have been like super interesting.
Whoa,
and they
none of the listeners brought that up. That is actually a huge drama, the Tristan Jordan.
Yeah.
Do you know this?
I vaguely, but
You're
go
looking
on.
at me
No,
like,
go.
no,
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 it's
no,
fine.
no.
It's fine. Go on. I'm
I'm
listening.
so
I think
sorry.
it's a good example.
I almost called her Jordan
It's my
Sparks.
own fault.
What's her last name?
Woods.
Jordan Woods was Kylie Jenner's best friend, and she ended up hooking up with Khloe Kardashian's baby daddy.
Oh, okay. That
But like
couldn't have
best
been
friend
good.
to like a psycho point, like lived with her. Like they
Right,
did
right.
everything together.
Yeah.
Like
Too
godmother
close.
levels.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but then like they managed to like somehow make that sanitized.
Yeah, they sanitize everything. Yeah, and it's
Even like, I'm sorry, Kim's robbery. Like, they even made that boring.
yes, yes.
So you
yes.
forget about it because they make it boring.
Literally,
It's
no, that's a
true.
great example. That's
Yeah.
Well, I guess what they do is they kind of pound it into the ground by getting it out of the story. Like it
Right.
becomes overexposed, and therefore it loses its kind of like edge or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
yeah. Who's good at drama? I mean, yeah, that's such a good question. It's really hard to.
Besides the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Could we say that Shia is good at drama?
Yeah,
like,
let's
can
just
that
go
be
I think
there.
my
Shia
answer? Can we
LaBeouf
get
is
into
good at
drama?
Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
has a flair for the dramatic in a way that I
He
really
is a
respect.
true Gemini troll. Like,
He's an
I do
actor.
admire it as a Gemini. What?
He's an actor.
Yes, actor.
Like epically. Like we were laughing about that table read.
Which one?
What was that? It was like Jennifer Aniston
yeah.
and like Brad
And
Pitt's
he's like going method on a Zoom call.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, I'm sorry, Honey Boy, not a good movie.
I never watched it.
So
But I just remember
It
when
does not make me want to watch
we were
it.
watching.
thumbs down.
But I was dying at the beginning. I remember this at the beginning of COVID when like we were trying to figure out the name because we couldn't remember, and you were like, I don't know, Child LaBeouf.
Sorry, that's probably really loud in the mic.
I love when you repeat my old jokes back to me. That's the
what I'm
Leo
here
coming
for,
out.
baby.
Yeah, that's friendship, baby.
Well, we were okay. Maybe we can get into Shia a bit more later, but I do want to
Sure.
touch on this like dramatic versus unwell. So like we
Yes.
got a lot of we shouted out to the listeners to give us some drama. Sarah shouted out to her followers to ask about like unhinged celebs, and like a lot of people teetered on like dramatic versus like actually not well. Like Kanye's the perfect example. of
There's a
this. Like,
difference.
Kanye's not dramatic.
And we're not here to
he's
scold
unwell.
listeners. That's
Yeah.
not.
But
it
he
was
is
just,
dramatic too. Like his aesthetics, his live concerts, performances. I don't know. Like they are dramatic. Like it's
Yeah.
like he like walks out with his like clothes on fire. Like that's drama.
No, Kanye is dramatic, but I think talking about Kanye as a dramatic person is, you know, again, reductive because there's the
Yeah.
whole other aspect of like he's
Well, like there's
unwell.
people that are like not like I feel like to be dramatic you have to be like itching for the conflict and
Yes.
like there's a difference. Like it's like when you talk about Paz de la Huerta, it's like no, that is just like a deeply unwell
Tragic.
person who is
Yeah.
like so far beyond even like the reins of being able to get help, which
Yeah.
is like that's
Yeah.
not dramatic. That's
No.
just like tragic.
And that's not
Okay.
fun to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's somebody that teeters that I'd like to debate on the spot, which
Okay.
Sage, our friend in the audience, brought up earlier.
A 3-person audience, okay? Don't come after
Yeah,
us.
yes. And they're
I'm
choosing
sorry,
to be
yes.
here. Yeah.
And they have masks on.
Yes.
Lindsay Lohan, I think she really teeters the border. Like
She
It's
was
true.
for a while. Now I think she's off. the
now it's
fucking-
unwell.
I don't know what the
She has like a
Now it's only
nonprofit called
unwell.
like Business First. It's like
Oh, cute.
okay.
Yeah. No, she's like but it's true. She does teeter.
But
She does
on
teeter.
Beach House, like she was, as much as she was very unwell, she was also like, she was performing. Like she was.
Yeah, but she was performing
dropping
badly.
in.
She wasn't playing to like the reality TV angle in the way that she could.
The
like,
lobster segment was fucking funny.
no, but she stole that. I heard she stole that from the cast. Like
Oh God.
Mike was saying, "Oh my God, no, we're not getting into Beach
I
House
know.
lore."
I'm sorry. I took us down a dark
I'm so
hole.
lost. Don't do this to
I
me.
was like, I'll lead the conversation really well. Don't worry, everybody.
no. I apologize to everyone involved.
Okay, so, but what do we think? Like,
You mean
I feel
Lindsay
like
Lohan?
okay, no, just like the drama versus the unwell. I just want to touch on
Yeah.
that a bit more because I feel like maybe because of the unwell factor, like tabloids, like you know, like how does that all intersect?
Right,
It's like
right.
what is for show, who are trying to get the pop shots versus like what is unwell and people are being taken advantage of by
I mean, like
the culture.
like Spidey is a good example of like drama.
Totally,
Yes.
100%.
Like they have a flair for the
Stage
dramatic, and they're trying to antagonize and like get it. Like they're not just doing their thing with the paparazzi following around. Like
Yeah.
they were staged, planned.
And they've been
moments.
like that for years. Like
Yeah.
that was always their MO.
Totally. And now that
yeah.
I'm thinking about it, and we didn't even bring it up, and it's okay because we talk about this every other episode, but like the entire Bravo franchise is purely drama.
Exactly.
100%.
And like
yes, yeah.
you could teeter it as unwell, but I think it's actually just drama.
No, I think that's just drama.
I mean, there's when you get to like Kelly Ben-Simone, it's like unwell,
Yeah.
but
And like a Dorinda. Like we can go a little bit downhill. But it's interesting because like reality TV I think really captures drama perfectly, and that's why we love it so much.
yeah.
And that's why we can't watch the Kardashians, because it doesn't actually it has
doesn't
no integrity.
give you the thing. Yeah, it doesn't give you the thing
Also,
that you
like,
get.
I'm
if
sorry,
you watch
family
other,
drama is not drama.
No,
That's
it's true.
called
It's
like
true.
having a
I
family.
want the real
Yeah.
family drama though. Like we did get a
Yeah.
fight. We did get a physical fight.
I mean, but it wasn't as lit as it should have been.
Such an Aries.
there was
Like, there
drama.
could have been more violence. Love it. Love it.
I know, like most people I know who are like tight sisters are like, yeah, we've done that like since we were born.
Oh my God, yeah, my
So-
sister broke my nose. Like, that's how family
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
my
real
brother,
sister
like,
vibe.
how it
Sisters
works.
are drama.
Yeah, oh, so
Sisters
much.
are drama.
Yes,
Sisters are
yes,
drama.
yes,
And
yes.
mom-daughter drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's drama and trauma.
it's true.
Okay, let's go into some listener submissions.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
asked
have a
for-
few to get through.
We asked for favorite celeb drama.
Yeah.
So the first one, Liel, need you to pull up our notes, or AKA an Instagram post. Kim Cattrall versus SJP. Now I know
Here we
this
go.
was huge drama, but I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because newsflash, I think SATC, do not cancel me, is officially irrelevant. I actually think it's
Yeah.
officially irrelevant.
Yeah, that's
I-
not cancelable.
The Gen Zs
I like
don't
the
give a
thing.
shit. Like,
Oh,
you know
and
what I
they
mean?
never will. Like, they cancel it themselves.
it's not getting
Yeah.
carried into the zeitgeist.
No.
That's why I mean it's irrelevant. It's not
Yeah.
irrelevant to me personally, but like,
Yeah, but we're a certain age, and like,
it's
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah, oh
Done.
yeah, it'll
like,
never come
if a
back.
Gen Z watched
they
SATC,
kill themselves. Like,
no, they'd be
sorry, okay,
they
that's
would
the
go on a
wrong
Twitter
response.
tirade. They
Yeah,
would
yeah.
freak out. They'd be like, "This is fucking sexist.
yeah, they'd be like canceling it on Twitter.
This is homophobic." Like, and it
But it's so
is.
funny 'cause,
And
like,
it really is. Yeah, it's fucked up.
But it's funny because like The Sopranos are all of those things, but it's like
Totally.
commentary.
Yeah, but
for
that's a
SAT, it's
serious
not
show.
commentary.
No, but that's really very true. Yeah.
So Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker. When I was like pulling up this screenshot, there was like a whole like 10-year timeline, which I did not have time to get through.
10 years again. Irrelevant.
What? Yeah, yeah. It's too much.
But so it was like in 2018 because there was supposed to be a third Sex and the City movie after that. Abu
Thank
Dhabi.
God there wasn't.
Oh God, I
Dhabi.
can't believe I saw that. Seriously, the second one. Anyway, just saying, burned in my brain.
After the Abu Dhabi movie, they were gonna make a third, and like people were campaigning, and then like Kristen, Cynthia, and Sarah, because I'm on first name basis with all of them.
We wish they could be here tonight.
You know, borders closed, TBD.
Wah, wah.
But they were all like, we would love to, but like it was Sam Jones, Kim Cattrall, who was like, I'm not doing it.
Like, who is Sam? I was like, Sam James?
Sam James Bar was like, I'm not doing it.
Fuck it.
And then they were like, yeah, she's just like moved on. And then she was like, no, it's because I fucking hate SJP. And this like little
Which is
clique that you
iconic.
guys have. And then I guess like there were instances where like SJP would like, so
It would be a
more
clique.
that I've heard is that, so Carrie Bradshaw was supposed to be the star of the show, right? And Kim, I think that Samantha wasn't supposed to be like as prominent as a character as she ended up being.
Yeah.
But she
But
was so
obviously like Kim
good
Cattrall
in
fucking
role.
stole the spotlight.
Fucking kills it.
And then SJP started getting really like insecure about it. and then started to like ice her out of like a little clique with the other girls.
But it's funny because on the show they were supposed to be like besties, where it's
Exactly.
like you get me, you get me.
Yeah, I think that's
like,
meanwhile
why
they
it's so
fucking
dramatic.
hated each
Kim
other.
Cattrall had like a
Yeah.
slow reveal of being like, I don't fuck with her, like that's why I'm not doing it anymore. She's a bully, blah blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
And then like during this time when like the feud was coming to light, being like SATC3 is like officially canned, as like Sarah Jessica Parker was being like, oh like I wish we could do it, but I understand that Kim's gone on to greener pastures, and she was like, no, fuck you, I'm not doing it because I
Yes.
fucking hate working with you.
Seriously.
And during this time, her brother also died.
Yeah.
Kim's?
And then,
Yeah.
Kim's brother died, and then Sarah Jessica made a post being like, I'm so sorry to like my dear castmate, and then this is the caption that Kim made on a counter post. When will that at Sarah Jessica Parker, this is Kim's mom, sorry. When will that at Sarah Jessica Parker, that hypocrite, leave you alone?
Good for the mom knowing how to
Your
act.
continuous reaching out is a painful reminder of how cruel you really were then and now. Let me make this very clear, if I haven't already. You are not my family. You are not my friend. So I'm ready to tell you one last time to stop exploiting our tragedy in order to restore your nice girl persona.
True. That is
yes,
true.
yes.
Yeah.
So, Team Jessica, I'm gonna call her Jessica. Raise your hand. Team Kat?
Cattrall?
Yeah.
But it's really funny because
I think
the
this is
discourse
like a
with all of the
duh,
crew and
like,
the cast
yeah.
is like that Kim is the nightmare and that everybody loves
Yes.
SJP, but that just raises mean girl shit to me.
But Kim
that
is-
doesn't
yeah.
mean anything to me.
Kim is
No, yeah, me
also
neither.
like,
yeah.
you know, drama, like Shia level, like
Yeah.
dramatic.
I mean,
like,
lest we forget
full
Yami
of
Kipieo,
drama.
Ua Tuero, Sue, Sapa Sure.
And the dog went the frog and the sip of the mug. It's like,
Oh my God, I was not
she
expecting
tore
that.
it.
Yeah.
She's, you know, Kim is just married to an upright bass player and they do
Yeah.
tantric sex.
Also,
Like,
we have-
SJP
incredible,
is in her
yeah.
own little 73 questions world.
With fucking Matthew Broad. Are they still married?
the murderer.
Manslaughter,
The
brother.
murderer.
I say that every time, and people are like, "Shut up!
The
Stop
fucking
tainting
murderer.
his reputation. He is a murderer. He killed."
Well, we gotta rip
killed.
through these, eh?
We're good.
we're
Trust
good.
me. I'm the timekeeper.
Sorry.
Okay. Fofty.
Yo, this was good. Okay, so I don't know if anybody watches Vanderpump Rules.
Good
but
segue.
if you know who Lala Kent is, who's married to this man named Randall Emmett, who's like this like
He
producer.
produced Gaudi and Irishmen.
He was like one of a million
Really like
producers
high
on
key pod
Irishman.
faves, the Gaudi and Irishmen.
Of course,
like,
you
we
guys
love
are
those
constantly
films,
talking
so-
about those films.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one thought The Irishman was too long. Please go on.
I never watched it.
I
Neither have I,
Anyways,
honestly.
so
Okay, good.
last April there was like this reveal that, because like her whole persona on the show is that she's married to a rich producer and that like dictates her entire personality, and then she thinks it like makes her better than other people.
Yeah, as soon as she got engaged, she got sober, which is like all great and like mazel, but also just
I mean,
got,
she's a
like,
dry drunk. She's not like sober, but
Yeah.
high horse.
anyways, then like 50 Cent started going after her fiance Randall on Instagram, saying that he owed him $1 million.
Okay, I didn't know it was a
I
mill.
think it was a mill.
Oh
A
God.
straight up mill.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like
Okay.
and like just like posting shit like no, and it started because he like was watching VPR, and it was like a scene where Lala was talking about how they do like role playing, where she's like, sometimes I'm like a young actress and or I play a young actress and I pretend that he's this big shot producer who wants to give me
Okay,
a role
that's
in a
already
movie,
what it is.
and then I suck
Super
his
basic
dick.
fucking.
That's
Yeah,
what it
but
is,
okay,
though.
alright,
It's like,
that's not
great.
role
there's
playing.
no role to play. This is
No, yeah, this is real
reality.
life. Okay.
Yeah, and then he posted this being like, your girl's disgusting kind of thing, and then it escalated to a point where he was like, Randall owes me $1 million. And then he posted screenshots and was like blowing their shit up all over Instagram. Then he posted screenshots that Randall was texting him that were like, Fofty,
"Dude, I'm
please.
sorry, I'm sorry."
Like calling him Fofty, like
Like typo.
being like, Fofty, I'm in the hospital, please.
I'll pay you back ASAP.
I'm about to have a heart
like-
attack, and it was a really good week on Instagram.
That
It
is
really
incredible. I can't
was.
believe I missed that. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that he ended up getting his mill, which like depressed me because I was like, I feel like this is going to expose that like they're bankrupt and blah blah blah. But that will happen
don't think they're
eventually.
bankrupt
You know what?
yet.
They're pregnant, mazel.
They're definitely not
yeah.
paying taxes, but like I think Randall Emmett, before going on Vanderpump Rules, probably would have slid under the margins because of just like not being in the spotlight. But I don't know where Vanderpump Rules is going post-COVID world, but
Hopefully in
they
the
better
shitter.
keep it a bit
I
more
want
quiet.
all their like stupid nouveau farmhouses to go into foreclosure. That's my 2020 goal,
That's a
2021
dream.
goal.
Let's pray on it.
That's a great dream.
When they all have kids on the way. Ugh, that's dark.
Do we want to talk about the Carters?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, take the wheel.
Okay, this was my super bad idea. I remember the show so well, like it really hit me hard. And then I was doing
What's it called again?
research-
Meet the Carters?
House of Carters.
Right, House of Carter.
House of Cards.
Which is not much better
The
than Meet the Carters.
prequel.
And I don't
House
know.
of Cards, but you cast all the Carters as
I think, and
the
I think
role of the
that's
people in
supposed to be
House
the
of Cards.
pun too, like House of Cards.
House of Cards,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, anyway,
It's like it's
bad.
gonna pop down
Didn't
any
one of them
minute.
die?
Yes,
Yes,
that's what I was
this-
about to bring up.
yeah,
is
sorry.
no, it's good. But
No,
so
TW.
Yes, yeah, okay, yes, and actually TW because it's not even
It's not a fun
it's a
story.
really horrible death. But one of his sisters tragically died of drug overdose, and it sucks, and it is
Yeah.
like horrible. And there's a lot of darkness surrounding that family, but like when
the
everybody
show
was
was
alive and well,
hectic.
it was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
the house they lived in, I was like,
Was
I
it
feel
in
like there was
Florida?
weird wall colors.
Was it
like
in Florida?
I think so.
I
They're
think
a
so. I
Florida
couldn't
fan.
confirm that, but I think so.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys are very Florida.
They
Well,
are
that
literally.
guy,
Lou
was that-
Pearlman.
If you know, you know. I mean,
yeah,
we
don't
can't
need
get
to
too much
explain
into it.
Lou Pearlman, you know, yeah,
Lou.
but horrible. House of Cards just always seemed really delicious to me and fun and like kind of like simple and like it only lasted one season, which I think is great.
Thank
you know,
God
I love
for
it when
them.
it's such
I mean,
garbage,
not.
like, it's like
They probably should have never gone on TV, but
No, never,
one
like-
season's enough.
Yeah,
like Anna
yeah.
Nicole got a couple.
at least 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, House of Carters, I don't know. It's just like my weird little private, I don't know, guilty pleasure.
Well, I hate to break it
guess.
to you, but this is a public forum.
Yeah, I know. So now everybody knows. No,
Okay.
yeah, I loved how drunk
Here's
everybody
my
was.
question: What is it about drama hinging on the unwell that comforts us? Like, what is that? Why?
Because we're also internally fucked up, right?
Yeah, kind of. That's
Yeah.
the real thing of it is that like we're all kind of like unwell and like seeing celebrities or whatever like be unwell is kind of like, oh, I guess money doesn't fix everything. I don't know. That's it for me. I find
I
that's
saw a
a
good
really,
meme.
really
Good point.
comfort in that. You
I
know?
saw a good meme that kind of goes to that, where it's like before, like Housewives like cures depression. It's like now Housewives goes well with depression. Like
Yes,
it's
yeah.
not about fixing.
Yep.
It's about kind of like actually getting, like kind of stooping down to their level in a
For
way.
sure.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I don't know. I see it as like kind of humanizing and
Yeah, it is
comforting.
humanizing.
Yeah,
I think that's part of it too, is that like it is kind of a reminder of our humanity to see other people go through turmoil.
Yeah.
Because like I think that like everybody in their head a lot of the time thinks that everybody else has it figured out.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I
And
think
they're
that's
the
a
fucked
human,
up ones.
yeah.
So when you see people being fucked up, you're like, oh yeah, thank God. Like, you know?
Yeah, like, in the
Yeah.
same way that like I don't know, like I don't wish like financial stress on anyone, but if I like click on someone's story and they're like, I'm in debt and I'm freaking out, I'm like, I send the money and I'm like comforted because
You're like, oh,
I'm also
not.
in debt. Do you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's similar to that, where it's like,
Where does pettiness fall into all of this?
Wow, that was a bomb that you.
that's.
I'm really taking on the role of moderator.
You're doing great. I mean, I think the difference is like for me personally, like early 20s, definitely petty drama, just
Yeah,
being
yeah.
crazy, like
Yeah.
you know, fucking making it 10 times worse. But I don't think like pettiness is inherently tied to drama. Not
To
trauma.
trauma.
Not trauma. Not talking about trauma.
No, but a petty
Freudian
move can
Yeah.
turn a small situation into a dramatic situation, though.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Can we have an example?
Bella.
Of celebrities. I'm sorry. I'm not sticking to the Stramptons. I'm being
No, it's fine.
dramatic.
But like, there has to be some. Like, I'm like trying to think of like some kind of like reveal.
Well,
you
somebody
know what I
brought up
mean?
Brangelina in our stories, and I feel like that's a petty.
Right.
Like divorce
Wait,
is
who's
a petty way.
Divorce is
I think
like-
divorce is
okay.
a petty way to
Divorce
make
is
yes,
drama.
yes, yes. Okay, agreed.
Insanely petty.
In terms of like a consumer, it's like to make a divorce drama is petty on our part as a culture.
Yes. Okay, agreed with that.
Right?
Yes.
Like-
yeah.
Less, am I saving myself?
No.
Less about like, I'm not talking interpersonal.
No one's.
Let's circle back to Shia.
Okay.
So,
I'm ready.
why I think Shia is dramatic is because he tries to reinvent at every turn. He really takes the off-duty paparazzi look to the extreme.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. To the
He's
extreme of
always
hotness also, I would
performative
say.
in the pop shots.
True.
Like, do you remember that shot of him and Mia Goth? It was like when they first started dating. It was like
They're back
late
together now,
aughts.
right?
Are
Yeah.
they?
They are.
Whoa, I did not know.
Post-
But
Twigs.
they looked like they came from Tam Tams and they were pushing this like big cart of luggage
Yeah,
through
yeah, I
the
do
airport
remember
and
this.
being like very rah rah sis boom ba. Like the art exhibition too. Like it's just even Honey Boy. It's like, do we care about this? Like
Yeah, that's
do
how I feel
it.
about everything he does.
Just
but
do it. No, it is like the definition of drama.
yeah, it's like I understand. Like I don't know. I don't want to silence anybody's process, but it's like I would have rather read a Shia book.
I feel like he has some
Oh,
kind of like
agreed. And he should write a book. Honestly, he can.
and I feel like he has some
action.
kind of like weird relationship with his masculinity where it's like he wants to be seen as something more than just like a man.
Yeah.
But also at
yes,
the same time
also like the Sia cameos.
Yeah.
Sia?
Yeah.
Sia, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I still don't know.
wait, can we pivot with like just a fact and then we'll get into like the most dramatic queen probably to
Yes,
close this out
please.
is like so I think that like I got this from a different podcast, unfortunately, not really, because I know that Azealia Banks fucked Shia LaBeouf. And
That's the hot, like
Still
it's the
so
hottest
crazy
thing
to
I've
me.
But she
ever.
said,
Super
listen,
hot, yeah,
she
yeah.
said, I'm not body shaming, but she said that he had a pencil dick and that she had to fake an orgasm.
I'm not surprised.
And then
Well,
after,
I don't know how you
I'm
have
not
an
surprised.
orgasm
I'm
with
not
just a
surprised.
D, but that's just me.
I know, I'm like, oh, a vibrator?
Sorry.
But then after, she said that he was talking to her and said that like, yeah, my mom fucking hated twigs. And like said that to her as like pillow talk.
I heard. Yeah,
It was on Not Really, yeah. I have
Yes.
to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
But
I
Azealia
thought
said this
Twigs
on, like,
talked
her,
about it too,
her like
but
secret.
probably not.
Well,
She
she
wouldn't
posted on
slip
like her
that.
I think like a secret Twitter that she has. But let's just talk about
her
Azealia.
her secret WordPress.
Azealia generally.
I
'Cause
think
that is-
Azealia does drama the best.
The best.
It-
No
top
one can match
5
it.
Best drama.
Because it has
Dealers.
legs, it has teeth. It's like
Oh,
she
yeah,
goes for
yeah.
the jugular. I mean,
She's never wrong. She doesn't lie.
no. She
True,
has said
true.
some.
Yeah.
True.
She said some controversial
Yeah, what-
things.
Yeah, there's a couple of things.
She said some weird things, but I think like I listened to her on TrueAnon, and I think Azealia tweets as if she's talking, and as if you had context for her. So when you hear her talk, you hear Brooklyn, like Bronx, New York, like raised, like you hear kind of like her context and
No,
her
it's true,
affect,
yeah.
and if you see it tweeted, you get that all of that disappears, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting that she's gotten a lot of trouble through Twitter, and we know that
Yeah.
Twitter is one of the main sources of drama in
It
our
is.
culture right
Yeah,
now. Like,
it is.
there's no Instagram drama.
But like
that's
the
the
way
stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The way that she
right?
gets in
Like,
trouble on
true.
Twitter is via like techno-fascism too. You know?
yeah,
where
it's
it's
when
like,
she's like, Trump is fucking funny. And it's like, yeah, and he sucks. Like,
yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, we have to address the Grimes thing, because that was like,
Yes, yeah.
Azealia versus Grimes, that's like a 2012
Versus
Montreal
Elon
girl,
Musk.
like,
Yeah,
wet
we're in
dream.
Montreal. We have to talk about it. With the
Yeah.
Grimes, yeah.
absolutely. So, if you don't know this, no, I'm sorry. If you don't know this, you're not on Twitter, and that's okay. Or you're not paying attention to things, and you might be a Gen Xer. But Azealia Banks was basically, supposedly, allegedly called on by Grimes to like produce a track or an album. Was it a track?
I think it might have been like a track or
Yeah,
two.
I think it was a track, but I'm not.
And so allegedly,
Don't quote me.
supposedly, she went out. She's been living in LA for the past little while, and she
Is
went.
she? I thought she's in New York still. Wow, I thought that I followed Lindsay closely. I guess
You gotta listen to that up.
Yeah.
Not close enough. Okay.
So she went over to Elon and Grimes' abode, and basically was live tweeting for like 3 days. Like she was being like prison.
She was like, I was supposed to be out here to perform a track.
She was like
This
solitary
motherfucker's on
confinement.
acid. He just
Honestly,
like tweeted
yeah.
that his shares were going down to 420 because he was too high, and now
She was
everyone's
like, yo, these people are just doing drugs. Like, I'm alone. I haven't eaten. Like, I just want to get the track laid down.
It's honestly
like,
more
please.
comedy than drama, but it is drama. But
Yeah.
like,
But it
was
she
drama
made
because
it
she was-
fucking
she
funny.
was
like, I was
looking
Well,
at all
like,
that's.
this-
I think that's
she was
why she's good at
clocking
drama,
1,
and
2,
that's
and
why the
3.
Kardashians aren't. Because the
Agreed.
Kardashians aren't funny.
No,
Azealia
they'll
Banks
never
is
be.
No,
fucking
she's funny, but she was
hilarious.
also clocking 1, 2, and 3 in this incredibly private situation,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is like a very gauche thing to do, and just being like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like say what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why
You know?
we love her. And
Yeah.
I think maybe a common thread of who's good at drama. I like Shia is maybe outside of this thesis, but
yeah.
I think it's honesty means you're good at drama.
True.
You know, like
I agree.
transparency
But also
and honesty.
lying, also lying, because if you deny,
Also
deny,
lying.
You either have to
That
be
also
super honest
escalates
or a
drama.
total liar. But
I mean,
like, that's where
okay.
it falls.
Sidetrack, like we were listening in the car, we were listening to a take on Denise Richards.
yes.
Oh, interesting.
'Cause she's on
who
the
was in the
latest season of Housewives.
Oh,
and she
okay.
was in the middle of the drama, but she was denying.
And she was obviously lying, like very clearly lying.
But that's what made it annoying, and that's what makes the Kardashians annoying to me. Where it's like, I think you're right. If you deny well enough,
But it gets old after a while because you're like, you have to be like Jax on season 2 of Vanderpump
Yes.
Rules, where eventually you have to be like, I fucked Kristen. Like,
you have to say, yeah, you have
Yeah,
to
you
be
have
like,
to put your arms in the
at the least
Yes,
expected
it did
moment.
happen. Like
Yeah.
that's what escalates. You're right, because it is honesty. Like,
Yeah, you
it's,
have
it's
to
the
be
honesty that
honest.
is dramatic.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You guys touch on something there. Okay.
I mean, Twitter in general, I also want to touch on because I think that is kind of the most honest platform right now. I mean, I know
Yeah.
there's like
Instagram's a lie.
bells
for
and
sure.
whistles.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Facebook is very honest for the
Do
old.
we even need to talk about? Yeah, like,
I think the
Facebook is
boomers are
just-
very honest on Facebook to a fault.
Yeah.
And maybe
you know.
they lean into some performativity that's just like also ends up being very transparent.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Twitter can be very dramatic because it's like, it's so personal. That's why I was saying earlier too, like I'm so, every time I log on to Twitter, I'm like, I'm gonna say some shit and this is the shit
Is that
that's
why you're
gonna get me
private?
canceled.
Because I'm
Oh,
like, I want to
100%,
retweet
yes,
you so
yeah.
often, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
shit.
Because I'm too unhinged to have like a public Twitter, and I don't understand people who have a
Which
public
part of
Twitter.
your chart is it that like reins that in? Like reins in you being unhinged where you're like, I gotta make it private.
I think it's my Mars and Pisces, but you have Mars and Pisces too.
I have Mars and Venus in Pisces.
Yes, yeah, but Venus and Pisces is exalted. That's a nice place to have Pisces.
It's pretty
I'm not gonna.
shitty.
This is not
Yeah.
an astrology podcast.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's
might be one.
not
Some
one.
people are fucking tuning out. But yeah.
interesting. I'm at the end of our list, but is there anything else? Any other celeb
How are we doing for time?
moments?
Do
we
can I
still
go
have some
in a-
time.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think, I don't know, to like close off what I want to say about Shia is just like, to me, he's like the ultimate like Gemini. Like that's what
Oh,
a
okay.
Gemini is like just that like, he fully like consciously like starts drama and
Yeah, it's
does
very, like,
things to
self-motivated.
provoke. Yeah, which I can relate to somewhat, and like I've always liked him for that. But at the same time, it's like white fuckery AF too. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
but it's
like
also
who-
less controlled than the Kardashians. Like even
Yes,
though it's
yeah.
intentional, he is a bit experimental, and he leaves it up. He doesn't contest.
Well, he wants to be seen as
reviews.
like artistic and deep. Like he really wants that label, which no one's
And
ever
it's like,
gonna give
babe,
him.
we see it. Like
I mean,
it's
we
okay.
see it, but no one should give it to him because, like, you know.
Yeah,
He
if
has
you
to
give it
work
to him,
for
you're a
something.
fucking fool. If you're
Yeah.
like, that man's a genius, because he's so clearly not smart.
Yes, yeah.
Like that's the other thing about
He
him
just
too.
knows how to dress like a crazy
He
genius.
has good aesthetics. That's not
Yeah.
the same as being smart.
No, but he's literally
Yeah.
figured out like the heteropsychosis. Like he knows how to be the most appealing to like heterosexual like women. That's my
Yes.
take on him.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
his
like
superpower.
every outfit that he makes is like a sex outfit. Like it just, it's a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot to look at him.
If we're
He
talking about
curates it.
aesthetics, I think Rihanna really slays at drama
Yeah, she definitely does.
Yeah.
over like other pop stars.
Yeah, but she's above all other pop stars in every other way. But it's true. No, yeah.
She's kind of like the prince of this
She's
generation.
untouchable.
If you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Except she hasn't made a peep in a long time.
Yeah, we'd like
Is
to
it
know.
too late to talk about Jamila?
Ooh,
We would be remiss
we would be remiss
if we did
to
not
talk about that.
Pod fave,
Yes.
Jamila.
So how does that fit on the drama scale? This Munchausen's queen.
It's Shia adjacent.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like
'Cause
Kardashian,
it's very
Shia,
produced to come across as a certain
Yes,
way.
good.
yes. It is produced, but Jamila is so much more unhinged than Shia, which is crazy to say.
She can't
which is
control.
crazy.
She does no control over
Yes,
her
yes, and that's where
antics.
I went, okay, I can't like fully bully her because I think she like really believes in her psychosis. Like
She does.
think that
No,
she's
she
like sick
Fully
and like
thinks, yeah, and like
oppressed and like it's
we
crazy.
don't know. We don't know, you know, like we're
No,
not
it's
there.
true,
We don't
it's
know.
true.
I've read 4 different stories. Like
I can tell you that she wasn't attacked by bees, but I don't know about an autoimmune situation. You know,
Okay, I mean,
I'm not
I'm
touching that shit, but
contesting
the bees is where I'm like,
That's what I talk about the line at
Yeah.
bees. Like, what the fuck are you telling me right now? Yeah.
yeah, and she's
Yeah.
like, I guess bees just have a penchant for me.
Oh,
Well, she's
of
really
course, and money
profited.
just has a penchant for you.
But like that
shut
is the
up,
most
you know?
dramatic thing I've ever heard. Being like, I was jogging, like telling the story. She said that it happened when she was
She's-
17, and
yeah.
then she said that it happened while she was filming the first season of The Good Place. So like, which one is true? But like, this is like so dramatic. Being like, I was jogging and I saw a swarm of bees, and I ran across the street and I got hit by a car, and I was put in a wheelchair for 2 years. Like it's like
It's
that
like
is
no one believes in
Well,
you in
that's
a
history
wheelchair
on
for
it.
2 years.
yeah,
like,
it's histrionics, which is drama.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I think she does fit in the drama conversation.
Well, okay, now I'm changing my triangle because I feel like it's like Kardashian, Shia, Jamila, because she's profited off of her drama
That's the
in a
thing.
way that we also want to talk about quickly. She's profited and made herself a social justice warrior through
True.
her drama
that's why I don't respect
as like
her
a
or whatever. Yeah.
pretty person.
She has guilt for like being hot.
Yeah, which is also like an Emrata adjacent
Right.
Yes,
tangent.
totally. And like everything that you guys said about the Emrata essay was right on in that last
Thank you,
episode.
because I listened to so many podcasts and they were like, she's an amazing writer. And I
Are
was
you
like,
fucking
am I
kidding me? That was a
missing
People get
nightmare.
blinded by the way that she
something?
looks, and
It
they're
was
like,
a nightmare.
Am I missing
No,
something?
celebrities are not just fucking good writers. That story is so crazy. Literally, the skinny legs thing made me like fucking want to die
Yeah.
and scream and die again. Bad.
Yeah, and
Don't
like,
like it.
I think that's the thing that Jamila wins at in comparison to an Emrata is like she's able to kind of like she's created a whole fictional universe. Like I think Jamila's probably the best at drama.
okay, this is the other
She's
thing.
been doing it since she's
Can somebody
2, like,
answer
but
me?
yes,
Is she
yeah.
wearing a wig?
I don't want to. I'm not touching that with a 10.
I'm not touching that, but I don't think
I'm not
so.
touching that
That's
with a
as
10
far as I'll go.
fucking
That's as far as I'll go.
Nope. I won't do it.
Yeah,
So-
but social justice under the guise of drama is an interesting thing. Because
Totally,
I
yeah.
feel like, not to get like more micro about it, but like I feel like 2014 to like 2017 Montreal was like so like Instagram drama and Instagram drama.
Yes.
And it was like so many people that were just like clearly had interpersonal problems with other people and were like, this person fucking abused me. Like,
No,
you
yeah,
know what I
people,
mean?
people
Yeah.
were stretching the whatever.
But I think
the
it's
sauce.
also the age that we were. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
think it's an interesting time to
I'm
have
not
this
being an
episode.
apologist. I know that abuse is real, but
yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm talking
we all
about.
know that.
But
that's
again,
real.
like it's an interesting time to have this episode because we're a bit older. We're not like wrapped up in more interpersonal
Yeah.
Right.
woes where it's like that person's oppressive, like that person's annoying to me. Like we've all kind of like, you know,
Chilled out. Yeah,
drama
yeah.
means something very different to us now.
Totally.
We're
Yeah,
only
yeah.
talking about celebrities, right? It's like,
Yeah.
if I was 24 making this podcast, I would name names like
Oh my God, I would
nobody's
cancel
business.
myself. I would just fuck up my
We
whole
would be
life. Like by,
done.
yeah. And I mean, I think if we could bleep names, I might like say more names, but we can't, and that's just the way it is. And
We'll have
yeah.
you back on when.
Well, again, because
Yes,
like,
yeah, bring me on when we can bleep shit, because
Yeah.
I would love to talk some stuff.
I love to
but,
get on the one twos and do a bleep bleep.
yeah, like it's gonna be
Yeah.
unlistenable. But no, I think that we all kind of like age out slowly from our like peak dramatic phases.
and
but
that's
like I'll always love drama. Like,
and
yeah.
I feel like the closing kind of thesis is like, as we said, is drama is about transparency. So it's like, how
Right.
transparent are you willing to be, and like to what degree?
And I would
Yeah.
argue that drama begins when somebody is willing to be transparent.
Or
Because
not.
They're like coming to the table
Or
and being
not.
like, hey.
Or not, yeah, it's
Or
either
not.
That's right, yeah. No, but it's true.
But like, it's when things rise to the surface.
Yes, yeah.
Beautiful. I
Yeah.
think we solved it.
I think we did solve it.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
tuning in.
so much for
Thank
being
you
our
so
guest,
much.
Sarah.
guys. It was so nice.
And thank you so much to Pop Montreal. Definitely check out opening night Salon du Valtoul. It's at the Rialto Theater. And thank you to Bronson and Hugo and our special guest, Uma and Sage. And we love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you good?
I'm just smiling like I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
No, we should have seen that. That's oversight.
Oh
we
my
should,
God.
That would have been, yeah.
Great.
We're off. Okay, so we saw the first 5 seconds of that. Okay. Thank you.